Hello and welcome back. Hope you're good, doing well. And I hope that you can hear my voice. My voice is there. So this is a weekly market outlook as well. We also going to look at the setups later on. All right. So this is just, we're going to trade later on. So this is just a weekly market outlook. So, quick look at the market, and then we're going to look at the setups later on. That stream going to be live later on, right after this. Hopefully you got the point. Okay. So, as you guys know that we were expecting dollar. Let's look at the inflation chart first before we're going to look at the dollar, right? So the inflation chart is really important before you understand that what can happen with the dollar. So dollar is basically rising, and we were expecting dollar to rise because there are some uncertainties which are driving the dollar higher. So first of all, we need to look at the 2-year yield. Okay, so this is a 2-year yield. So we need to understand the trend. What is the longer term trend on the yields? Okay, so yields will go there where the inflation is simply going. This is US inflation, yearly inflation. Okay, so let me bring my pen so that I can draw on that. So this chart is very, very important. I have posted that chart many times because this chart is going to tell you that where the dollar is heading, or where the market is heading, where the all assets gonna move. Okay, so I'm gonna draw interest rate as well on that. So whatever the Fed is going to say, they're gonna cut the interest rate, they're gonna hold interest rate, they're gonna do blah blah blah. All right, so they are just talking that they're gonna hold the rate longer, and they are just talking. So what is important here right now is that the inflation. Okay, so this is US inflation. So if you remember that last time when I have shared that chart, we were expecting this triangle to break down. All right, and we have seen breakout of that triangle. So that triangle broken out from somewhere close to 4%. All right, so the inflation was close to 4 and then dropped to 2.4. This is very, very important. So inflation basically dropped to 2.4 right now. Okay, and as you guys know that the mandate for the Fed is that the inflation should remain close to 2% in longer term. All right, so that's the longer term target. So Fed has to keep the inflation close to 2%. Okay, so this tells us that where the inflation gonna go into longer term, where the yields gonna go into longer term, where the interest rate gonna go into longer term, and where the dollar or the rest of the assets or the equities, all other assets gonna go. All right, this target tells us that where the other assets gonna move. So the mandate is the 2% inflation. So hold inflation to close to 2%. All right, do not let it rise above the 2%, or do not let it fall significantly below to 2%. So the longer term target for the Fed is the 2% inflation. All right, so we are heading close to that 2% target. All right, so right now we are at 2.4. okay, now this tells us that the yields on all maturities have to fall longer term. All right, so specifically we are looking at the two-year yields right now. So 2-year yield is standing at 3.98. all right, which means that it has to continue to keep falling towards 2%. okay, so it is standing at 4% right now. Okay, and it has to go to 2%. okay, this is a known fact. Everyone knows that where the rate's gonna go. Okay, so falling yields also gonna drive the dollar lower. This is a longer term trend. All right, and every time when you see that the pullback is happening on the dollar, there's going to be a opportunity to sell the dollar. Okay, there is another factor as well which you need to keep in mind. So other banks are also facing the similar scenario. So they are having low inflation, yields are falling, rates are higher, they are also cutting the rates, like we were having interest rate cut last week from the ECB. So they are having the similar story as well. So they are also cutting the rates aggressively, which is causing their currencies to fall, to continue to keep falling. All right, so similar story is happening over there. So we were expecting this pullback. All right, this pullback came over there on the yields, okay, which has driven the dollar higher, and we were buying the dollar and selling the dollar from the top. All right, so that's why this is very, very important chart. So the trend here, what is the trend for longer term? All right, so yields to keep falling, all right, and Fed to keep cutting the interest rate. The sharper the yields the inflation gonna fall to the downside, the trend gonna stay intact to the downside on the yields. And as long as yields gonna go lower, all right, they're gonna put pressure on the Fed to cut the interest rate, and they're gonna cut the interest rate, and interest rate gonna also continue to keep falling. So this is the longer term trend which is not going to change anytime soon. All right, and that's why you should not expect a big move on the dollar already done. So keeping that thing in mind, we need to look at the dollar chart now. Okay, so you need to keep that thing in mind, and then you need to look at the dollar. So before that, we were having higher inflation, yields were rising, Fed were raising the interest rate. All right, so if I'm gonna go back slightly, all right, and then gonna look at the DXY. So there, inflation was rising. Okay, so yield started to rise, and then we have interest rate rise from the Fed started to raise the interest rate. Now this was the higher interest rate cycle. Now we are in a lower inflation cycle. So higher inflation cycle, now lower inflation cycle, or higher interest rate cycle. Now lower interest rate cycle is already happening over there. So dollar was rising at that time. Okay, when this was happening, we were having a huge move over there on the dollar. So if I'm going to look at the DXY now, all right, there you go. So this move was happening over there on the DXY, and once the dollar reached over there, we were looking for dollar to draw for a big time. All right, so I do have that chart, and I guess on 2 week. So have shown you that chart before as well. Okay, so we are having a drop on the dollar. So dollar is in a bigger longer term downtrend. Okay, so there we can see that the tiny pullback is happening over there. Since last 2 weeks we are having strength over there. Okay, so that strength caused by the higher yields. All right, and uncertainties are also there, and also other banks are cutting interest rate very, very aggressively, like ECB is cutting, which is causing the euro to go down and dollar to continue to keep rising. Now you understand that what is the longer term trend, where the inflation going, where the yields going, where the interest rate gonna go, right, and where the dollar is going in longer term, right? What's happening on lower time frame. Now you understand that. Okay, so we are having a pullback, right, and we were expecting that pullback to happen. We were buying over there, all right, the dollar, and we are still into that trend, and soon we're gonna have that trend to continue to keep dragging lower. All right, so far we are having some indications that dollar is set to fall again. All right, and as we can see that the gold went higher, new all-time highs is happening over there on gold, and silver went higher very aggressively. So these are the signs that we're going to see drop on the dollar. Okay, so once you're going to see that the breakout of this, the wedge which we are having right now we are trading on it. All right, so we're still buying the dollar as long as we can see that the strength is appearing over there across the market on dollar pairs. All right, we are still looking for dollar to keep rising. All right, so once we're going to see that the trend which is just emerging over a channel which is just emerging over there breaks down, all right, then start falling to the downside again, resume the bearish trend. How far this move which is just appearing over there can go, all right, So highly likely that after the US election, we're going to see the continuation to the downside. All right, right now dollar is being bought because we are having so many uncertainties going on right now in the world, like Middle East conflict and US elections. These are the uncertainties which are driving the dollar higher. And also we got some good numbers on non-farm payroll and higher, inflation number last time, all right, and they are causing the dollar to stay intact for upside. So after the election next month, we may see again trend to the downside on the dollar, all right, and again market will start to behave to the fundamentals, like they're going to be again pressure on the Fed to start cutting the interest rate and bring down the rates, and again growth going to be in place. So these are the factors which are right now pushing the dollar higher, and we had a very nice decent move over there on the dollar, right? And next we're gonna look for it to break. Right now we are not having indication, right? So we got some indications that the yield 10-year yields broken out that channel, all right, and but that after breaking out that channel, it again went higher. So we are still having strength on the dollar, right? So you see that the channel which we are having DXY, right, broken out, but again we got a buying over there on the dollar, or on the sell off on the bonds. So yield went higher. So this is the bigger picture you need to keep in your mind, and that's gonna tell you that how we're gonna have trades on the other. So as long as you see that the price is running within that channel, short-term trading within that channel, as long as price remains into that channel, and once that channel break out aggressively, then start to continue to keep dragging lower. Okay, now this is what we're gonna have on the others, all right? So again, same story. We were expecting DXY dollar CAD to go back higher. So if you remember my previous charts, which I have just shared, which I have shared already on the Telegram, you can go and look at the Telegram. We were expecting these moves to happen, then again sell off from that top to happen, all right? Then we were expecting this to go back up, and then this move, all right, this sell setup already there on the Telegram, and then we were expecting bounce off from this to low to go back up, all right? So we are heading back to that top again. So soon we're gonna, this sideways market, this bigger weekly sideways market we are having over there on the dollar CAD, right? We are running within these ranges. So again, there is a very good chance that we're gonna see again sell off over there. If you have seen my old charts on the dollar CAD, there is a very good chance that you're gonna get the setup again for shorting the dollar CAD again from there, and we may see drop on the dollar again back to those weekly ranges. So what you are actually looking right now is that the trend is still intact, all right, and price still can break through and continue to keep pushing more higher all the way back to that high. So we had the setups, we had the opportunities last week. After having that pullback, we were expecting Australian dollar to continue, yeah. So all those charts, so they have nicely going down. So if you have taken those trades, yeah, so you're looking those to grab, to break the floor. I guess we just seen more drop on the Australian dollar, all right? So yes, this is the trade which we were expecting to play out. Yeah, the previous, I have even posted that chart on the Telegram as well, all right? So if you are looking opportunities while they are appearing, all right, so then you have to be into then you have to go to the wave trader site and just look at over there the options for being into the paid side. Okay, so yeah, this was the opportunities, all right? So we were just having the opportunities over there at this area at 3-minute time frame, yeah. So this is also hit the target, all right? So yeah, 3-minute opportunities, I guess I was looking at this area, yeah. All right, this opportunity is just played out nicely, yeah. So sell opportunity was there. Let me check if I do have the other chart. All right, yeah, this was the sell opportunity. Okay, this area. So the leg is just nicely hit the target. All right, so more downside is possible over there on the Australian dollar. All right, as we can see that the dollar CAD is just heading higher, so the opportunity is just playing out over there nicely on this chart and on the pound dollar. Okay, so my point is here on the dollar CAD, as long as you see that the dollar CAD is hitting higher. Okay, if I'm gonna reverse that chart, invert that chart, we can see that we are just about to hit the lows at this area as we were expecting. All right, in the lead over there on the dollar CAD and Australian dollar, pound dollar, those to do the same. Okay, so we are still not hit the lows here. Okay, so we can hit this low at 584, and even possibly we can break down that low and can head to the downside all the way back to this area. So we are expecting this to continue to keep dragging more lower. Okay, and same case with the pound dollar. Pound dollar is also heading down nicely after having the jump over there. Right, this is also dragging lower. So euro dollar was also, you know, breaking out and heading down to the downside. So point here is that we are still having opportunities on these pairs which are, you know, running right now. Okay, or are breaking. Okay, what they are breaking, this flag. All right, this flag. So euro is set to continue to keep dragging lower towards 81, 1.08107. Okay, so lead is here on the dollar CAD. Dollar CAD is climbing higher, and once that the dollar CAD hit that top, you are expecting it to break through that top. All right, and continue to keep heading towards that weekly high which I have just shown you on bigger time frame. Hopefully you got the point. All right, so got the idea. So we still can climb up on dollar CAD. All right, so climb up to within these areas. All right, so let's say 38, 80 or 1.39. all right, within those areas price can continue to keep climbing towards that. So any stronger sell-off on the dollar CAD from those areas will give you a clue that dollar is going to be sold. All right, any stronger sell-off like we had previously, if you remember that, the chart is there on the Telegram and also there. All right, so previously we got a stronger sell price action and then we got a reversal over there. Okay, and big reversal came over there. So hopefully you understand that dollar CAD is going back to that place again. All right, nicely. As long as dollar CAD is keep rising, means that we are still stronger dollar. All right, we are having strength on the dollar, and once you see that dollar fall against the CAD from those areas, these where my blue lines are, then means that dollar is going to drop. So the channel which I have just shown you on the XY are going to break down and you are good to go for selling the dollar. Yeah, so that's the dollar CAD. Okay, so euro dollar is still, you know, we were expecting it to drop from that top. Nice drop is happening over there. We are still within that wave. Okay, we were expecting euro dollar to drop from that top. So charts are there in the group. Okay, and we are having that very nice you know, sell off over there on the euro dollar heading towards that I mean the August lows. Okay, this is August low. August low is about to break. So what is there is still a possibility to continue to keep selling it for short term back to that previous low on lower time frame. All right, and hit that previous low for today or for tomorrow. Right, so it's also already breaking out. So there are news going out this week. We are having some news, some, you know, PMI data is going to be released this week. Right, so that data is going to be really bad. Then euro can continue to keep dragging more lower. So make sure you understand that further sell off on the euro dollar means that we are having more opportunity, more drop on the Australian dollar, more drop on the New Zealand dollar, more drop on the pound dollar. Right, so we are shorting those. All right, so they can continue to keep dragging lower. Make sense? Yeah. So if that data, if PMI data is going to be bad in the Europe, that can drive the euro more lower, and that's going to be a good sign for you to just keep buying the dollar. Okay, so it's breaking out, right? You're looking for a pullback on lower time frame. Okay, opportunity was just there. And in the last week I was talking about that we can have a sell opportunity over there on the euro dollar for this week, all right, at these areas. So that move is just simply happening. So you are looking at to continue to keep dragging lower and possibly break down. So make sure when you are selling the euro dollar, all right, at such places, such areas, such prices, all right, so you are using proper risk reward ratio and proper stop placement over there. If you're not going to sell that and price, you're not going to use stop loss, and price going to reverse aggressively for upside, so it can run much higher, so you may end up losing everything. All right, so use your stop loss, just you know, trade with proper risk reward ratio. All right, so do not sell and forget. Okay, so we may, as said, that this is a channel we may see a breakup. All right, as long as price remain into that channel, you are looking for this to continue to keep dragging lower. Okay, new low within that channel can appear over there, like we are having dollar CAD new high. Okay, means that euro can break through that low. Yeah, so euro dollar and pound dollar is also a similar setup. We were expecting that to continue. All right, so yeah, so the point here is that these are the short-term opportunities which we are looking right now with the trend. All right, so once that trend, as I said, that dollar going to continue to keep dragging lower, what I need to do is just need to pull out a gold chart on top of that. All right, gold chart is telling us that we are having a very strong sell-off. XAUUSD, we are having a very strong sell-off on the dollar. See that the trend is pretty strong, which means that after the US election we may see again sell-off on the dollar. Okay, and that trend can continue to keep pushing more higher. Right now, what has driven that? All right, what has driven that? There are many factors. All right, the important factors which you can use for the pound is that the inflation has fallen to 1.7, all right, in the UK, and interest rate is at 5%. Means that there is a very strong pressure on the Bank of England to start cutting the interest rate aggressively, all right, which you can say that they're causing the pound to fall. But there are many other factors as well which are driving the pound to the downside and dollar to higher. So understand that, yeah. So the trend can appear over there for upside after the election. So that's a longer term pictures. All right, so we are not into that trend yet, but once that channel is going to break out, there's going to be a reversal for the dollar. All right, I don't have a proper structure drawn on my charts, so that's the reason you may not see the next possible future wave on my chart. All right, so right now we were expecting this to happen, so this is happening right now. All right, another leg lower we were anticipating last week after the good retail sales numbers on the pound dollar. We were expecting pound dollar to fall. All right, we were expecting that to drop, so it's dropping. All right, we still can see more, you know, potential over there on the pound. Okay, pound can tag that low or even can form new low, and again possibly can pull back. So we don't have any indication for that pullback yet. All right, but what we are having is that the continuation to the downside. So you still can chase that trade if you see that the pullback is happening over there. All right, on the pound. Yeah, so we still got some potential over there. If you see that the pullback is coming over there, all right, and like this, then you are looking at to continue to keep dragging lower. I mean, you are still looking at to continue to keep dragging lower. Pound to break down. Gold is not going to fall anytime soon. I don't understand that. Why you are? The chart which I have just shown you at the start. Inflation falling, interest rate falling, yields falling, right? Then why gold should fall? Gold should continue to keep rising because that's a weaker dollar scenario, right? Falling rates are not good for the dollar. Okay, so yeah, this chart we are expecting it to continue to keep dragging lower, but again the bigger picture going to be reversal on the Australian dollar. All right, so bigger picture. Okay, we are within that channel. We were expecting that to continue. We were selling it from that high. Okay, we were expecting sell opportunity. We are into that wave, right? And we're keep selling it. Okay, and there is a possibility that we can break through this low, all right, this previous low, the September lows, and can head towards August low. August low is very far away, all right, but as we can see that there are some uncertain environment, Middle East conflict, US elections, all right, they can drive aggressively Australian dollar to the downside. So there is a risk. Okay, I mean, if I'm gonna pull out the euro chart on top of that, okay, that can tell you that how far that euro dollar chart has gone, how far euro broken that low, that September low, right? And the Australian dollar hasn't broken that September lows, and the euro dollar is heading towards that August low. This is August low, yeah, just close to that August low. So there is a good chance that the Australian dollar can continue to keep dragging lower. So any pullback, as long as you see that the euro is falling, there's going to be opportunity to keep selling the Australian dollar to the downside. Yeah, so that's the reason we had that opportunity over there. We were expecting it to continue. So, and just before start of this live stream, there was the sell opportunity here at this area, at this top. Okay, and a nice moves just appeared over there on this lower time frame. So what I'm talking about here on this chart, yeah, so just keep selling as long as you see that it's falling, all right, and I mean, as long as euro dollar is falling, all right, euro dollar is falling, you are having the opportunity on the Australian dollar to continue to keep falling. Yeah, any pullback, or if you see that the dollar CAD is keep rising, okay, so just keep tapping on this and continue to keep dragging lower, right? Further downside is possible. So same goes with the New Zealand dollar, but New Zealand dollar has extended a lot. It has extended. Same opportunity was there on this 1 hour time frame. Yeah, it's also heading towards that previous low. So same analysis possibility is there that it can continue to keep falling towards that August lows. All right, so we broke the September lows on this. September lows broken. Okay, this is what we are anticipating right now on Australian dollar to break through that September lows. Okay, it's broken, heading towards that August lows, where the euro dollar is heading. Okay, and there is possibility that we may see further downside on the New Zealand dollar. We are not looking at this move at the moment, all right, as we can see that the silver, gold, all right, they have gone very aggressively up. They are actually pricing in for the environment after the election, all right. So what going to be the environment after the election, once next month election going to be over, all right, and they are pricing in for the weaker dollar at the moment, all right. So that's the reason. Okay, so there is a possibility for reversal going back up to that top, all right. So we're going to be looking more towards that direction rather than further downside. Right? Further downside is okay on lower time frame, as I said, that as long as we see that the lead is there, so keep selling that, and once we're going to see that that's over, okay, then reversal. Okay, if I'm going to pull out this silver chart, you see that the silver chart is going opposite toward this move. The move started over there from August. Okay, the drop, and then silver went up. So this is where we may go in coming days. So more likely after the election, right? So as long as till then, we can have short-term opportunities on the lower time frame within that channel, as I said, that on lower time frame. All right. So gold is just driving higher very aggressively, and that's what we were anticipating. buying the dip up opportunity over there on gold and climbing higher. So there is a very good chance that gold can continue to keep rising and head towards the 3000. All right, so 3k is likely. 3k is very likely on the gold. 3k, let me pull out 3k. So 3k is there. So it's heading higher, all right, and rising nicely. So what you can expect from the gold right now, all right, so you simply can expect a pullback, right? So you simply can expect a pullback to happen on the gold. First to hit this 2750. 2750 is there. Hit that 2750 mark, all right, and it's not a wall which can't be broken, all right. So price even can go beyond that or even can fall without hitting that 2750. So there is no a hard and fast rule that price should reverse from that area or go through. Yeah, so we just need to look at the price action, how that appearing, and need to make decision based on that. So the trend is pretty strong, heading higher, all right, and the higher the gold price goes means that there is a very good chance that the pressure gonna be building on the US to do something, all right, to do intervention on the gold and drop the gold, all right. So what is meant by rising gold prices? The answer is that simply world is less reliable on the West, all right. The higher the gold prices goes means that the US dollar is less reliable as a reserve currency. Simple, all right. The higher the gold goes means that it's a threat to the dollar as a reserve currency. So they have to do something to stop this rising. So the reason why this is rising, the gold is rising, because more and more central banks are buying golds. So the highest figure we have seen gold buying above 100 ton from the central banks in 2022 and 2023, all right, so above 100 ton. So in 2024 they have gone above 75 ton, all right, 75 ton, but haven't crossed that 2023, all right. So central banks are buying gold, which is causing that trend to stay intact and gold to just continue to keep rising. So it means that putting more pressure on the US, on the West, to do something. Yeah, so means less. So dollar is less reliable as a reserve currency, gold is more reliable as a reserve. So buying gold rather than the dollar, causing the gold to go higher. So okay, so intervention can happen. We can see sharp sell-off on the gold, right? And gold can drop aggressively to the downside. So this is the only threat to the gold, all right. So intervention which can drop the gold very, very aggressively. So anytime that can happen, anytime, or that cannot happen, and dollar can continue to keep rising towards that 3000 mark, all right. So just keep in mind when you are trading on gold, when you are buying gold, all right. So far you shouldn't counter it. The trend is pretty much strong. If you're going to counter it, you can end up losing, all right. So better let the pullback happen, stop buying. Wait for the pullback, stop buying, all right. So the deeper the pullback, gonna be a good buy opportunity. So last time we were having this 4 hour time frame pullback, right? We were expecting it to hold this area. It went higher and then dropped aggressively to the downside, okay, and created the opportunity here at this area. This chart is over there on the Telegram, all right? So we're expecting this to hold this place and continue to keep rising. So that's what I'm saying, all right? So deeper the pullback, the better the opportunity gonna be. Yeah, so since hitting this area 26, it went up to 27.30, right? So 27.30, it's a $130 move, which is a very, very big move. Okay, so the bigger the pullback, the better the opportunity you're gonna have. So there is, I mean the move is just gone, right? You can't do anything on it except waiting for a good opportunity, for a good pullback before you start looking to trade on the gold. If you are looking to counter it, all right, it's a very, very risky. If you are looking to buy it at the current price, again, it's a very, very risky, because price can fall or even can continue to keep rising. So you never know when price is at the top. Either it can fall aggressively or it can continue. So it's just a guesswork. You're gonna guess that price gonna hold at 27.30 and gonna fall or gonna continue to keep rising. Just a guess, all right? No confirmation that the price gonna fall from there. So same goes with the silver, all right? So silver is also breaking last time, and we're expecting a buy opportunity at this area back in May before, right? Very, very big move. That was the perfect time. So we were expecting, by the way, it's the silver to rise from these areas as well, all right? So we are still into this move from there, okay? And there is a very, very good chance that silver can drop, right? Okay, I mean, let me pull some lines on it and then explain to you that what can happen over there, what possibilities there. So if I'm going to pull out the gold chart on it, you see that very much similar pattern over there, right? Very similar pattern, okay? So we had a run on gold, okay, then a bigger longer term pullback, and then gold started to rise aggressively for upside. Okay, now silver is catching up. Okay, so silver is catching up. There is a very good chance that silver can also break through that top. Yeah, so just go back to that chart, the chart which I shown you at the start. The chart, inflation chart, yield chart, 2-year yield chart, and then interest rate chart. What that chart is telling us, that the inflation is falling towards 2%, which is 2% is the target for the Fed, and yields are heading towards that 2% target, all right? And Fed has to cut the interest rate from 5% to 2%, so 3% interest rate cut have to come over there. Means that dollar gonna continue to keep falling over time. So what that is telling you on the silver? That's basically telling you that we are in a longer term trend on the silver. Silver has broken out that trend like the gold did, and we are heading towards that, towards the gold. All right, so silver is also heading towards that all-time high. Gold has made so many all-time highs, so silver is also heading towards that all-time high. So a very good chance that silver can spike up very, very aggressively like it did back in 2010-11, all right, and can break through that all-time high. Okay, but on lower time frame, on weekly time frame, we still can see a pullback like this before we're gonna continue to keep rising. So that's a longer term trend on the silver, okay, so which is highly likely going to continue to keep happening over there. So keep that inflation chart into your mind, okay, and keep all these charts into your mind for longer term, that where the market going to go, where the silver going to go over time, where the inflation and interest rate going to go. Yeah, so falling interest rate going to cause the dollar to continue to keep falling, and these commodities to continue to keep pushing more higher, specifically silver. Silver is still lagging the gold. Okay, on lower time frame, we are expecting it to pull back. Okay, although we don't have any indication that silver gonna fall from the current price. This is just a guess, okay? This is just a guess that it can pull back from from those areas. Okay, as I have shown you that dollar gone higher, DXY gone higher, but we haven't seen drop on the commodities. Yeah, dollar went higher, but we haven't seen drop in the silver, we haven't seen drop in the gold. So the like this, we haven't seen that move. Okay, so it's just keep rising. So inversely correlated right now. So means that what I'm saying. Okay, so let me explain to you in a different way. Australian dollar is highly correlated. Okay, so I'm going to use that chart. So the move started exactly at the same time for a time frame. Yeah, I'm going to use that this low and that high. All right, this high. Okay, so same dates. Let's use the other cross line. All right, so this the same date. All right, I'm going to pull out that there. All right, and this date, the same date. So opposite direction we can see there. So move started from there. All right, silver went higher, Australian dollar went higher. Okay, so we got a pullback over there, we got a pullback over there, and we've seen another leg higher, we have seen another leg higher. Okay, and then we have seen a silver drop. All right, then Australian dollar also dropped. Okay, the silver broke out for upside, okay, going into the other direction, but Australian dollar is still hanging over there. Okay, we haven't seen that breakup for upside. Okay, so this is what I'm saying. So we are going into the opposite direction on the commodities. Commodities are going into the commodities are not falling simply. Okay, dollar gained against the risk on currencies. Yeah, dollar gain against the euro, gain against the pound, gain against this New Zealand dollar. All right, gain against the yen. Okay, and hasn't gained against the gold, hasn't gained against the silver. All right, so commodities, these metals, all right, these metals are actually, you know, telling us that what's happening in the world. All right, there is uncertainty into the world right now. All right, so like Middle East war, election, all right, and other central banks are cutting, like ECB cutting, all right, causing these metals to rise. All right, but these risk on currencies, Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, they are not rising. They are actually assessing the uncertainty right now. They are you know, war, right, and election. They are pricing in that risk, all right. And highly likely we're going to see after the election and some, you know, a ceasefire from the Middle East, all right, that can drive the dollar again back to the fundamentals, cutting interest rate. Yeah, the first chart which I have just shown you, inflation falling, yields dropping, interest rate cut, then dollar going to start playing into those fundamentals, all right, and going to start continue its bearish trend. So we're going to see break up and next move for upside, highly likely, you know, very much similar like we are having on the silver, and can be very, very sharp, like we are having sharp aggressive run over there on the silver. So that aggressive run up for the upside can happen over there. So once that run up gonna start over there, right, so make sure you chase that. All right, so that's gonna be a perfect opportunity to just keep buying till you're gonna see that the breakout of that top. Just keep buying. Any lower time frame pullback comes, keep buying. So we are not there yet, right? We are still having 3, 4, 5 weeks time, all right? But yes, prepare yourself for that possible move, all right? That possible move can happen over there. Then prepare yourself. Once that start to appear over there, all right, that can stay over there for a couple of months, all right? So yeah, hopefully you understand that now. So what silver is doing right now, and further upside is possible on the silver. Okay, so copper is also lagging. Okay, so we may see a short-term buy opportunity over there if you trade on this metal. Okay, what I need to show you simply again, need to just pull the silver chart on it, and that's it, enough for you. Okay, you're looking to trade into that direction. Okay, right, there is opportunity if you're trading on the silver. Okay, so silver to just tag that high, and it bounced off from this low Yeah, so if it is going to pull back, right, double bottom, that's going to be much better to chase from there and break through that top and possible next leg higher. Very much similar, yeah. So both have formed that flag. All right, so both have formed that flag and broken out. Okay, and then we got a silver went into a correction, and just a second, this is making some mess. We need to restart that. Okay, so correcting, it just seems that it's just a second, guys. Okay, so silver can break, copper can break through that top and can catch up. So previously, if you can see over there, right, so previously you can see over there, yeah, so silver went up aggressively and then copper caught up silver. So we are having a nice lag over there, which can appear over there after sometimes. All right, so may not tag that low, right, may not tag that low and can continue to keep rising after pulling back on lower time frame like it did here within this area. All right, and then for that you have to watch it closely over there. All right, so if you trade on this, all right, then you are watching all these pullbacks to very closely. So slightly tricky, all right, slightly tricky, but yes, hold that trend, this trend to hold. All right, this 50-minute going to be okay. So these lows, or stay into the moving averages, do not break below the moving averages, and every low this is testing, you are paying attention at that low and looking for this to hold and go back up. So yeah, simple, you're looking to go after the silver and gold. That's it, this metal break the top. Okay, dollar chief also reversed from the lows, all right, and again can go back to that previous low. All right, so we may see that the breakout of this, and we can go again back to that previous low as shown on the DXY. So pound CAD, okay, pound CAD is strong trending, and the best time to watch this chart going to be during the interest rate decision on the Bank of Canada. All right, from Bank of Canada, when they're going to have interest rate decision, you are looking it to go down. Okay, right now basically we are having a very strong indication that the pound is set to rise, all right, or the simple dollar is set to fall. Okay, let me tell you in a different chart just for your understanding. Okay, so the only chart which left behind is the pound dollar. All right, there we can see that the old charts, they moved away, pound got stronger against the other risk currencies and some safe havens, but the chart is just left over there is the pound dollar. Okay, we can see that the pound dollar can also catch up and can reverse for upside. So strength on that, obviously going to be strength on the CAD as well. All right, and we may see the drop. Okay, we may see the drop on the pound CAD. That's what I'm saying. Okay, so during the are you still watching it right now? You can watch it. The trade is just going to be based on the technicals. All right, we don't have a confirmation over there that this is going to break and going to drop. Okay, because as I can see that the pound is still strong. Yeah, so the only reason for this to go down is that if you're going to see that the dollar CAD fall aggressively, all right, dollar CAD fall aggressively, then you are selling it. all right? And Bank of Canada, if is going to be hawkish, all right, then dollar can go down, then you can start looking for this to fall to, right, fall to back to this previous low, or all the way back to this August low. All right, just a guess. Okay, right now we don't have a perfect indication. So these 4 charts, I'm going to go quickly on these 4 charts. We have opportunities on these 4 charts, all right, there, and I'm gonna just talk about this, and that's playing out right really good right now. Okay, and there is a still potential you can look for to trade on it if you are looking to trade. All right, so the chart you are basically looking right now is the euro New Zealand dollar. Okay, so euro to rise against the, I'm gonna look at them. All right, so the pound has already risen against the New Zealand dollar, so that chart has gone very much. All right, so we were expecting this move came, all right, and these to follow up. All right, they are also rising and following up. Now they're going to be a continuation trade over there on these 2 charts. All right, these 2 charts, the euro to catch up, and break through this line. All right, this area, this area where these charts are where these charts are doing right now. All right, so for that, okay, so if I'm gonna look at this, so we were expecting it to go higher. We already got that move, this move. Okay, we already got that move. That move happened. Okay, now you are looking this to happen, this move to happen, and that move to continue to keep break through that trend line, or continue to keep rising from much upside. All right, so if I'm gonna draw a couple of trend lines on it, all right, this move to keep climbing. So you're basically looking for a pullback. Do not chase it. If pullback comes, hold that support and continue to keep rising for more upside. All right, for further upside. And same goes with this euro New Zealand dollar chart. The trade is basically same. The trade which I have just shown here, this is the same trade. All right, yeah, this is going down, so euro needs to rise against the Australian dollar. This chart needs to rise. All right, this chart needs to go back up to that top, or euro needs to go back up to that top. All right, we can see that the New Zealand dollar is going down, trying to break through that. So they are correlated to each other. So basically, if you're going to take trade on one side, yeah, so similar trade is here. Yeah, so this to hold that previous low, and this target or breakthrough, or in a best case scenario, if we're gonna have further uncertainty, then a quick rise all the way back to that high. Okay, so, and this trade is also same. Come on. All right, let me go back. So those charts are done. All right, pound Australian dollar, they can continue to keep climbing, so you don't have a perfect opportunity on those. So let's look at the pound Aussie chief. Aussie chief is also to the opposite side. All right, so it's heading down, and the same trade. Okay, we got the sell opportunities over there a couple of times, where the risk reward ratio is sitting over there, the entry is sitting over there. So just need to adjust. Yes, it's falling again, just need to adjust the next time entry. If it tests that, then where you're expecting it to continue towards downside. Okay, so previously we were expecting it to fall from that top. It's falling, yeah, reversed from that top, and now next time if this is not going to break through this time, then you are expecting it to go and retest of that top, and you're expecting the sell opportunity over there. Yeah, so update. So it's falling now. So Kiwi Chief also continue to keep dragging lower. Yeah, the best case scenario gonna be that if they are going to visit the August lows. August low is very, very far away from the current price. Okay, and all right, and you are not looking for a big move over there, because the move has already happened over there. So the move has already happened over there. We were all right, so the move has already happened. You are simply looking for a small continuation to the downside from there. If price tests that, all right, and test that up, it has already tested, gone, so opportunity is very much gone over there, so you cannot chase it now. You only can wait if it tests, hold, then okay. But this is the potential. Yeah, this is the potential which can appear. Not a best opportunity, guys. This is not a best opportunity. Okay, let me tell you again what I have shown you the other chart. You see that the opposite. So risk on currencies or the commodities currencies, they have to go to opposite. So the move we were expecting to happen from that top, okay, that's happening over there. This is going to be a continuation trade. All right, this is going to be a continuation trade. This is going to be a continuation trade. So we were expecting drop from this area. Okay, this move. So that's happening right now. So that's happening right now. So I'm gonna ignore this USD Euro Chief. Okay, so Kiwi CAD also drag. August lows, best possible scenarios that continue to keep dragging lower. All right, so break through and continue to keep dragging lower. They stop. Not a best opportunity. Okay, so the best opportunity was there on the USD CAD. I have already shared that on the Telegram. Okay, we tested that top. If you are not in, yeah, so watch that entry areas again. So setup is there. I'm gonna ignore this too. So Euro Pound. All right, so they're gonna be soon a quick aggressive jump over there on this pair as well. So we are heading towards this low. So now there is a rate gap between these two currencies. The interest rate gap is just appearing over there. The interest rate in the EU is 245, I guess. Yeah, 345, and the interest rate in the UK is 5%. Yeah, so interest rate has to fall aggressively in the UK, which can drive the euro to go higher and pound to go down. So Bank of England can come and say that at any time that the rates are very much higher and growth is, is not good. So growth, it's concerning. So they are looking to cut the interest rate aggressively, which can drive the euro higher. So means that every time new lows is coming over there, you looking these to go for upside. All right, and pound chief is to the opposite direction. Very much similar like the USD chief chart. Okay, very much similar. So you're paying attention at these highs and price to drag. Yeah, simple, similar structure, and these highs to hold and this to tag, and September lows is there. Right, and September lows or August lows is here, and best possible scenario head towards the August lows, or if not, then at least hit the September lows. Right, so Chief Yen also go down, right, but right now they are pushing higher. So if we're gonna have some hawkish comments from the Bank of Japan, then continue to keep dragging lower. Okay, so they're gonna go down in longer term. That's a fact now, because other central banks, they are cutting the interest rate, and this cannot keep the trend intact. So we're gonna have a big drop soon on these charts. Very, very big drop. All right, so very big drop going to happen on these charts. But right now they went higher, all right, and started to find their top over there, okay, and hold that top and go down. Same on the euro yen. Euro yen is also finding its top over there, okay, so you are expecting them to hold that top and break down and go into this direction. Pound yen, same. Okay, the retrace within these fib lines, hold that top and then crack. Okay, so the best timing to start selling these yen pairs is to watch the yields. Okay, once you see that the US yields are going down, start selling them. If yields are not falling, still pushing higher, watch for the yields. Okay, so dollar yen too. Okay, so all these charts are same. Dollar yen is also same. Yeah, so that wedge to break down and continue to keep falling. And CAD yen too. So hold these tops and keep falling to the downside. Aussie yen, same. Hold those tops and continue to keep falling. So these resistance areas, you're paying attention. Hold those and continue to keep falling towards this low. Same goes with the Kiwi yen. Hold those highs and keep dragging lower. Okay, so I'm gonna ignore some of them and then gonna look at the oil. Okay, oil right now is at a good spot to watch. Okay, specifically if something happens in the Middle East, okay, then you're paying attention every time when oil is hitting that support area, 65 areas. Simple. All right, so the risk is limited over there on the oil. For limited means, I mean, in longer term, oil has to break through that 65 area and needs to go much lower. Okay, as the VD is telling us that it has to go much lower. So but right now you should simply, what I'm talking about in simple verse, right? As we know that Israel has committed that they're gonna counter, they're gonna reply to the Iranian, right? They're gonna reply to the Iranian, and they're gonna hit their infrastructure like nuclear sites and or maybe energy sites. So far we can see that the White House is not on their side. They're saying that don't attack on Iran nuclear sites or energy sites, and similar rhetoric coming from the Russia. They're saying Israel to don't do that. All right, and in such kind of scenario we can understand that such kind of environment, we can understand that if an attack comes from the Israel or Iran, highly likely that attack gonna be limited. Which is not going to gonna have huge impact. As far as we can see from the media is telling us that so far. Okay, but you never know the Netanyahu, what's running into his mind, all right? Because he's having a very, very long. This is a golden opportunity for the Netanyahu right now to attack on Iran and destroy Iranian nuclear sites or energy infrastructure, because he was waiting for that kind of scenario since very, very long, all right? So they attacked Iraq, they destroyed their nuclear sites where somewhere close to 2,000, I guess, all right, and destroyed that threat forever. He's not having any threat at the moment from Iraq except proxies, and not having any threat from the Syria except proxies. Yeah, so major threat like full blown out war with the Syria and Iraq. All right, now they are having threat from the Iran, so it's a best opportunity for the Netanyahu to go and destroy the Iranian nuclear infrastructure this time. But the rest of the world is trying to avoid that war. All right, so West is trying to say Israel to don't do that. All right, but Netanyahu is having the best opportunity, and I guess he's gonna go for that. All right, how bigger the damage is going to be to the Iranian nuclear sites and energy sites. They're saying that they're having very safe sites underground. All right, even if Israel try to destroy that, so nothing gonna happen, still gonna be saved, and they're gonna go after the nuclear bomb after that. So this is a very bad scenario right now which is building over there in the Middle East. If regional war break out, all right, the regional war break out, what's gonna happen with the oil? It's a simple answer, that it's gonna fly. It's gonna fly even beyond 140. It's gonna fly even beyond 150. So keeping that risk into mind, all right, so every time when you see that it's coming to 65 back floor, coming to 65 at that support area, you are looking to hold and looking for buy, and if it rises very aggressively, bang, you're going to be into that trade for more upside. So if retaliation comes from Iran and Iran goes and destroy the Gulf countries oil refineries, all right, then this is going to be a very strong move for the dollar, for the oil to rise. So this is a very big risk. All right, so every time when you see that something is happening, Iran is attacking the Israel, or Israel is being attacked, we see a sharp spike up on the oil prices. So even if that bigger move is not coming, so these small moves like 1 hour time frame to 4 hour time frame going to be enough to catch up. So if nothing happens, all right, things calm down, we are going to have a ceasefire and wind up of this Middle East conflict. Okay, oil gonna drop for longer term. Keep in mind that the oil gonna drop in longer term because global growth is slowing down, inflation is falling, interest rates are coming down, global growth is slowing down because of the high interest rate, right? Oil demand is falling. So fundamentals, longer term fundamentals are oil bearish. Okay, they are not oil bullish, they are oil bearish because growth is slowing down, demand is dropping, oil demand is dropping. But if any uncertainty arises, as I said, that in the Middle East, all right, and oil infrastructure goes under attack, so there's going to be a huge demand. There's not going to be supply, all right? Right now there is enough supply, huge supply. There is a glut which is causing the oil to stay under pressure even after some huge attack from Iran. But if any country goes and destroy the oil infrastructure or oil refineries in the Middle East, all right, that's going to be a super bullish story for the oil. So that's why you are paying attention at the support. Every time when it comes to support, you are looking at to hold and go back up. Simple analysis, all right. So that's why you see that bang, 1st October, Iranian missiles hit the Israel. It went from 66 to 78. Okay, so what if Israel goes and attack the Iranian energy infrastructure? So you're not going to see a drop on the oil. Okay, it's going to bounce back. So support, any support which is holding, you're paying attention on these support areas. Okay, and looking for this to bounce back. So 65 is also a cap. So 65 is a good price to watch and oil to bounce back from those areas. Makes sense, yeah? Okay, so I'm gonna go and look at the Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is back to close to the all-time high. Right, so if I'm gonna remove all those lines, and so you are having the sideways mark again. Okay, so we again go back to the side. We may not break through that top again. Okay, let me draw a proper structure over there so that you can see what's happening. We are in a bigger flag. All right, the bigger flag which can break out and continue. So US policy is dollar bearish, simply. All right, so US Fed interest rate policy is dollar bearish, means that you are expecting Bitcoin to break through the all-time high in longer term and continue to find another all-time high, maybe above that 75. All right, but so far within these ranges there is a possibility for another leg lower. All right, we still can see another leg lower, but longer term continue its trend like that. If I'm going to pull out some rectangle over there, right, these are that's, so you never know that it's going to break through and continue or going to fall. Okay, so you never know. So it's just a guess, that price gonna fall or break through. All right, but yes, if it comes to these lows, then you are paying attention. So right now you are more, interested in the copper. If you're trading on these, okay, so you're more interested in Ethereum. Okay, you're supposed to show your interest in Ethereum. Even Ethereum has gone up. Okay, but yes, but you're simply looking at Ethereum to also go and hit the all-time high. Okay, remember we were expecting it to rise from these areas. Okay, so yeah, when it was at 1100, so nice move came over there from 1100. So basically the point here is simple, and that is that the Ethereum to also catch up. So Solana causing Ethereum to not rise, okay, but it will catch up. Okay, broke through that top, and the next move came over there. From there the move started from there, so broke through that top. All right, but that didn't hit that all-time high, so we are still very well behind that all-time high. So basically the Ethereum to also catch up. Okay, so you're paying attention these areas if you are a longer term investor. Okay, these supports to hold 2200 and this to catch up and go and break through that all-time high. Yeah, so if Bitcoin break through that all-time high, so obviously you're going to see that they're going to be interest in the Ethereum, and Ethereum also going to catch up. So previously this move came, okay, if you remember my old charts, this move came and move started from there within this area. Yeah? So we were expecting it to rise from there. So similarly, you're paying attention at these support areas to hold 22 and go and continue to rise. So opportunity is this. Yeah, so simple. This is the opportunity. You don't have that opportunity over there. All right, because it's already all-time high. It can fall and go back into the ranges again. If Ethereum goes into the ranges, all right, so it's already low, it's already cheap within these areas. All right, and then bang, you're gonna have a next. So opportunity is this. This is the opportunity. Yeah, the Ethereum is the opportunity. Okay, so I'm gonna look at the US30. We were expecting US30 to go and rise. Yeah, so the move has already happened over there. Very nice big move appeared over there, guys. Okay, yeah, now pullback is very likely over there. So yeah, so we haven't seen that move basically on the risk on currencies. That's what I was pointing to you guys. So after the election, all right, so the US election, we may see that the dollar gonna drop very, very aggressively. Okay, we got a next leg on both, drop both. All right, currencies gone down, equities went higher. All right, so we may see this move, dollar drop. That's my point. So when that happens, do not miss that. Okay, so on equities, on US30, you are simply looking for this to pull back. All right, pull back, not much on this. And NAS, we were expecting NAS to go back up. NAS is also heading towards that all-time high. Yeah, so if I'm gonna pull out the drawdown chart, we're still having a couple of percentages left over there, almost 2%. All right, so we are down 2%. So short-term buying opportunities over there within these areas, okay, and lower time frame and open, New York session open. So this to break through and go above the high, and this drawdown to also vanish. So still a buying, because a short-term buying on the Nasdaq, if it dips, it is already dipping over there. So you're simply looking for during the New Year session the trend to stay intact and continue to keep rising. Okay, so if I'm gonna pull out the moving averages so that you can clearly see that where you're expecting it to hold. Yeah, so moving averages to hold and then climb up. So previously we were expecting this to start from, all right, these areas. Okay, so these moves started. Nice charts are there on the Telegram. S&P same. S&P 500 is also same. Nice dip was there. So already has happened over there. Yeah, all-time high, even broken through that all-time high, this high. So yeah, you only can expect pullback to happen, and then you can buy the dip. All right, so if you're going to counter, then slightly risky to counter very strong trending market. So we are having a very strong risk on move, which has already happened over there on the risk on assets. All right, but risk on currencies, they are still down. They are pricing in for the election, and after that we can see that the dollar can fall very, very aggressively. Yeah, so yeah, that's it, the market, guys. Yeah, market is there. That's about it. Some tech stocks are so some, I mean, Apple also gone all-time high. We were expecting Apple to hold that this area. 213 gone all-time high. Nvidia is also gone all-time high. Yeah, so we're expecting it to continue the trend, as we were expecting Nasdaq to resume its trend. Nasdaq went higher, and these individual stocks are also going higher. Yeah, so the Microsoft is still lagging. Yeah, so Microsoft is still behind that. You can expect it to continue to keep pushing higher. Chart is already clear over there. Yeah, so the Microsoft to go higher, and Google is also rising. Yeah, so Google to hold these areas and break through the all-time high as well. So Amazon also going higher, so Amazon to also break through the all-time high. AMD, so yeah, these are the charts, guys. This is what we are having. So that's why you're looking. Yeah, so dollar to drop in coming days. Specifically, we do have data going to be released. If data is going to be stronger, that can drive the dollar to go down. But as long as you see that the euro is falling, right, you are stronger on dollar. I think that's it. Enough. Okay, so thank you, guys. Thank you very much for coming. So we'll try our best to update you again as soon. We're gonna have some setups over there. Okay, so thank you, and there will be a live stream after this. Yeah, so I will stream live back. Yeah, so hopefully you understand that what to do. Yeah, we are still in the trend. We are still bullish on the dollar. Okay, dollar is falling, and we are trading into that stronger trend on lower time frame for stronger dollar. Hopefully you got my point. Yeah, as long as we see that the euro is falling, we are selling the Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, pound dollar. Yeah, so if euro goes down, pound lag, you're catching up the pound trade. Yeah, if euro goes down, Australian dollar lag, you're catching that trade the way you are doing already. Yeah, so yeah, let's watch. So the trade has already happened over there on the Australian dollar. Now let's see the next opportunity. Okay, and thank you. There will not be, you know, I mean, yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. So thank you. So I will post the link again, guys, the new link. Okay, thank you.